Okay, today let's learn the book Python for Data Analysis, second edition, published in 2017. Although this book is a little bit old, but it still can be applied in today's work. So it's a very classic book, and was written by Wes McKinney. And let's first see the author. The author actually he let's see his wiki page. So he actually is the creator of the pandas library. I think a lot of us have heard about this pandas package in Python, which is very powerful package, and pretty much you can use pandas to deal with your daily work or academic research. So let's take a look what covered in this book. So this book, if you look at the table of contents, the first is the introduction of the Python libraries, such as NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, IPython, the Jupyter, SciPy, um, scikit-learn, statistical model library. And also it teach you about installation. And then the second chapter, it talks about the Python language basics, IPython, and the Jupyter Notebook. And also, chapter 3, it is about building data structures, functions, and files. Chapter 4, NumPy basics, arrays, and vectorized computation. Chapter 5 is about it's getting started with pandas. Chapter 6 is data loading, storage, and file format. Chapter 7 is about data cleaning and preparation. And chapter 8 is about data wrangling, join, combine, and reshape. And chapter 9 is about plotting and visualization. And chapter 10 is about data aggregation and group operations. Chapter 11 is time series. And chapter 12 is about advanced pandas. And chapter chapter 14 is it talks about the real life data. How are you going to analyze them using pandas or Python other libraries? So basically, it covers everything about pandas. I think it's a great starter book. But the why I want to record videos about this is when I started with Python, I find it's very challenging if you are um, reading the books on your own without any guidance. So I feel like if I could guide you to help you to read through the book, it would be much easier. And but there's a copyright issues, so I'm not going to talk about details of the book. And I encourage you to buy the book because it is really a classic book in Python, and it's a good starter book for Python learners. So here's the information about book. So how we're going to learn it? So I'm going to use the open resources Wes has published in his here where it is. Let me see. Yeah, published on this GitHub.com. It has all the notebook he used when he write this book from chapter 2 to chapter 14. So it has a lot of detailed information and it's public resources. So there's no copyright issues. So I'm going to walk you through the each chapter using these notebooks. So how are you going to download this book? So if you click here, code, then there's a download as zip. So then you can save it in your computer. So that's where you can get started. So next, let's talk about the how you're going to open the Python Jupyter Notebook. So if you go here, first thing you want to do is you want to download and install Anaconda software. So this is a free software, right? So you can just Google. I'm not going to teach you how to install it because it's very straightforward. So you simply go and Google Anaconda, and you should be able to find the version, the right version for you to download. If you are using Windows system, make sure you are downloading and install the Windows version. If you're using the Mac version, so basically you're going to install and download and install the Mac version. Make sure you're using the right version. So after you install it, you should be able to see Anaconda prompt, right? So that's the first way you are going to open the Jupyter Notebook. I'm going to show you how to do it. So you click on it, then it will open this prompt. So what you are going to do is you're going to CD, which stands for change directory. So I saved these all those notebook I downloaded from github.com, put it on my desktop. So I'm going to use this as my change this as my current directory. So then you hit enter, it will change the directory. Then what you are going to do, you are going to type Jupyter Notebook, then hit enter. Then it will open the location where you're going to open the notebook. See, this is the location where you can open the notebook at localhost and 888 with this token number. So since I already opened it, I'm just going to open it here. So when it's open, it will be like this. Another way to open the Jupyter Notebook is through Anaconda, the Jupyter Notebook. That's a more straightforward way, but you may not reach the directory where you save your chapter. It's pretty much your wherever it opened. Yeah, so you may want to browse and go to the directory where you saved all these notebooks. Okay, next let's talk about this page, the Jupyter, right? So after you open it, it has files. It lists all this notebook and with the extension IPYNB, right? And these are where you can you have all this notebook, right? So what you can do in this page is actually, if you want to make a copy, for example, if I want to copy this one, you can just duplicate it. It will make a copy for you here, right? If you want to check what notebooks it's running right now, you can click here. So this is the notebook is currently running. If you don't want to use it running, so you just click on shut down it. Yeah, that's the file. And also you can upload a notebook from other places. You can click upload. Pretty much you can upload anything to this. And also if you want to open a new notebook, you can simply click on new and select Python 3. Then it will create a new notebook for you. Then you can actually let me do this and show you guys. So this new notebook, there's no name, untitled. You can just name it whatever you want. Let's name it a test. Then you should be able to see this notebook here. You created here. Okay, let's take a look of the notebook. So basically the notebook has cells, right? So each cell, which is a code inside the cell. And in this cell, actually, what you can choose is either you can choose code, or basically that will be a code, a plus. Let's do some use it as a calculator to do some calculation. So you guys have a better idea. 1 plus 2. Okay, so if I want to run this piece of code, I can click run. That's one way to do it. A second way to do it, if you can use the shortcut Enter Shift. You hit together, it will open. It will run this cell. Also, it will create a new cell under it. So that's code, right? So and also you can choose between markdown. So basically, you can type anything note here. This will not be a code. It won't execute it when even you click run. It won't execute it because this is like notes to our notebook or comments to a notebook. So you hit it run, it will be shown as it is, and it will be in this format. And the other format you can choose is raw and BC converter. That's the code you don't want to execute. For example, if I want to type 1 plus 2, okay, I don't want to execute it, but I want to put it there. So I just leave it there, and even you click on run, it won't run. See? And the difference between this raw NBC converter and Markdown is uh, raw NBC converter, this one will keep the format you're typing in. So sometimes some of the code, if you don't want to execute, I would suggest you use this format. And another choice is the heading. So the heading basically just similar to Markdown, but you can make it like a heading. So it will be like a very big heading when you're creating a notebook. And also you have choice here for all this heading. You want to be heading 1 or heading 2. This is just different formats. And also if you look at here, okay, if I don't want this cell again, you can simply cut it. It will be gone. And you can also click on insert cell below, so it will create a new cell for you. So these are the common ones we use, right? And if the code is running forever, sometimes if you're creating a loop like a dead end loop, it's running forever. So what you can do is you can click on the kernel and interrupt. Then the code eventually will be stopped. Another way to do it is you use Control C. Sometimes it will stop, sometimes it won't stop. Then you have to use the kernel interrupt or disconnect or shut down. Yes. And also you have choices here. So this one is just use if you want to save this code, but typically it's auto saved, so you don't worry about the saving it. It's all usually auto saved. And you can also what you can also do is you can using the file create a new open notebook, or make a copy or save as, or you can download the notebook with different format. Okay, so that's the introduction to Jupyter Notebook. So let's stop here, and thank you so much for watching this video. Oh, okay, I'm back. Actually, I forgot to mention the keys the keys we usually use for when we're working with the Jupyter Notebook. So let's see. Okay, so these are the comment keyboard shortcut command we use a lot. So you can refer to this cheat sheet. So what we use most often is when we run the cells, is we click on Shift plus Enter. So it will run the cells and also select the cell below. Another one we use a lot is you can use click and plus enter at the same time. It will run the cell, but it won't goes to the next cell automatically. So these are the commands we use very often. So I suggest you to take a look. If you are interested, you can just try with it. Okay, let's stop here today. Thank you for watching this video. Next video we are going to talk about go through the notebook of chapter 2.